Before the empires rose and fell, before temples reached toward the heavens, before the names of kings were etched into stone, there were gods, and gods do not rule in peace. They clashed in storms and fire, in blood and stars. Their battles shattered the skies, broke the earth, and twisted the flow of time itself. These stories are not merely myths. They are echoes, inscribed in ruins, whispered across generations, and painted in blood upon the sky. This is not mythology. This is memory carved in lightning. These are the epic battles of the ancient gods. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe below. Tell us which god you'd follow or fight. Share this with fellow myth lovers. We're giving away a mythology-themed art print to one lucky subscriber and latest Samsung S25. Just drop in the comments to enter. Chapter 1. Zeus versus Typhon, Greek Mythology. In the twilight of the Titanomachy, when gods had just begun to claim dominion over the cosmos, the earth unleashed one final fury. Typhon, born of Gaia, mother of all, and Tartarus, the endless abyss. He saw enormous stars blinked behind his wings. He spoke in 1,000 voices, dragon heads that hissed, screamed, and sang of ruin. Even the Olympians, proud and immortal, fled. Only one god stood his ground, Zeus, Lord of Thunder, King of Olympus. Their battle raged across Greece and beyond. Typhon hurled mountains as weapons, tearing holes in the sky. Zeus struck back with bolts born of primordial fire, turning seas into steam and cities to dust. But Typhon's strength was unimaginable. He struck Zeus down, tore the sinews from his limbs, and hid them within a cave, guarded by Delphine, a she-dragon. With venomous eyes, all hope seemed lost, until Hermes the trickster and Pan, the wild god, stole into the cave and returned Zeus's essence. Restored and enraged, Zeus rose. The final battle lit up the heavens. With one earth-splitting strike, Zeus banished Typhon beneath Mount Etna. There he remains, a slumbering fury. When Etna erupts, the ancients believed it is Typhon stirring in his prison. Chapter 2. Odin vs. Fenrir, Norse Mythology. In the long shadows of fate, a prophecy whispered of doom. Odin, the All-Father, would fall, the harbinger of his end. Fenrir, the wolf born of Loki and a giantess, a creature so fierce the gods raised him in secret. He grew, and the gods, trembling at his might, tricked him with enchanted chains. But the wolf never forgot. At Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods, Fenrir broke free. The sky cracked open. Earth groaned. The sun and moon were swallowed. Odin, wise beyond all measure, knew what awaited. He had seen it with his sacrificed eye. Still, he faced Fenrir. The wolf opened his jaws, wide enough to swallow the sky, and Odin disappeared within them. But vengeance followed. Vidar, Odin's silent son, stepped forth. His foot, clad in a boot made from every scrap of leather mankind had ever cut, wedged into the wolf's throat. With hands forged by grief and purpose, Vidar tore the beast apart. Fenrir died, but so did Odin, and with him, the world of gods began to end. Chapter 3. Horus versus Set, Egyptian Mythology. Osiris, god of life after death, was beloved. But love breeds envy. His brother Set murdered him, carving his body into 14 sacred pieces and scattering them across the sands. Set crowned himself ruler, but Isis, the divine queen, mourned with purpose. Piece by piece, she gathered her husband. With divine magic, she resurrected Osiris long enough to conceive a child, Horus, son of resurrection, god of kings. He trained beneath stars, guided by spirits and gods. When he rose, The sky remembered. For 80 years, Horus and Set warred. Their battles shook heaven and earth. They dueled in court and on battlefield. They became beasts, unleashed floods, summoned winds, and bled storms. In one clash, Set gouged out Horus's eye, but Thoth, god of knowledge, restored it. Thus was born the Eye of Horus, symbol of protection and healing. At last the gods judged. Set was unworthy. Horus took the throne. Egypt flourished. Order triumphed, but Set was not destroyed. He became god of the desert, a reminder that chaos is never defeated, only exiled. Chapter 4. Shiva versus Andhaka. Hindu mythology. Born blind in darkness, Andhaka was a demon king who craved light and power. He desired Parvati, the goddess of love and strength. He demanded her, but she was the consort of Shiva, the god who destroys to preserve. Andhaka stormed the divine mountain. He believed himself immortal, for every drop of his blood gave rise to new demons. Shiva rose from meditation, calm as a sleeping volcano. Then he opened his third eye. Fire danced. Shadows died. The battlefield became a living nightmare. Still, Andhaka multiplied. From his wounds, new terrors grew. So Shiva called upon the matrikas, fierce mother goddesses. They danced into the fray, drinking every drop of Andhaka's blood before it could touch the earth. Weakened, surrounded, Andhaka surrendered. Shiva did not destroy him. He purified him. The demon was reborn, not as a king, but as a guardian. A protector at Shiva's gates. Even darkness in surrender can serve the light. Chapter 5. Quetzalcoatl versus Tezcatlipoca, Aztec mythology. In the time before time, two gods shaped the cosmos. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent bringer of wind, knowledge, and life. Tezcatlipoca, the smoking mirror master of war, deception, and fate. Together they created the world, and together they destroyed it, again and again. Each age was a sun, each sun a world doomed to fall. One ended in jaguars, another in wind, one in fire, one in flood. In one era, Tezcatlipoca tricked Quetzalcoatl into disgrace. Ashamed, the serpent god walked into flame. He burned and rose as Venus, the morning star, but he is not gone. The prophecy says he will return from the east, cloaked in wind and vengeance, to challenge his brother one last time. Their war is not over. It is the heartbeat of creation, the breath of destruction. When gods go to war, the universe trembles. We call them myths. But what if they are warnings? Echoes of battles fought on higher plains, felt in volcanoes, eclipses, dreams. Every culture tells of a war in heaven. Every people carries stories of gods who bled. And in those stories, love, betrayal, vengeance, and redemption. These were not just tales, they were truths cast in divine fire. So we ask again, which god would you serve? Which one would you challenge? These were the epic battles of the ancient gods. If you enjoyed the journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an ancient tale retold. Comment below with your favorite god, and you could win an exclusive Ancient Gods art print. Winners announced monthly. Share this with your fellow myth lovers. The war of the gods has only just begun.